Welcome to the Accessible Instructional Materials, or AIM, Center's instructional video on how to request alternative formats through your MyBMAC student portal. If you need to familiarize yourself with the functionality of MyBMAC, please refer to the instructional video on the BMAC main page. Here, you will be guided through the steps needed to request alternative formats for your course textbooks and course materials in your MyBMAC student portal. Before this point, you should have already been approved for alternative formats by a BMAC specialist. If you have not been approved for alternative formats and feel that you should have been, please email bmac@csulb.edu. That's bmac@csulb.edu. Please be aware that requesting alternative formats is a two-step process. After you have selected your format in your accommodations, you must let us know which book, books, or additional course materials you need converted. Part 1. Verifying your alternative formats in your accommodations. Before you can request alternative formats, you should log into your MyBMAC student portal via your single sign-on chiclet and verify that your desired alternative format or formats have been requested as an accommodation for each class that you need alternative formats for. This only needs to be done once per semester before you select which books you will need converted or submit materials for conversion. This is done in the same way you select other accommodations. Once you log in and are on your MyBMAC dashboard, simply select the class in the checkbox list under Step 1, Select Classes. Click Step 2, Continue to customize your accommodations, and select your desired alternative format from the checkbox list on this page. Then, press Submit your accommodation request. Once this is completed, you can navigate back to your dashboard or navigate to Alternative Formats on the left-hand side of the page under My Accommodations. Part 2. Navigating the Alternative Formats page. Once you have verified that your alternative format choice has been selected as an accommodation, navigate down the left-hand side of any page within the portal and select Alternative Formats under My Accommodations. This will take you to the Alternative Formats request page. Here, you will be able to select the book or books you will be requesting, upload your book receipt or proof of purchase, or request additional materials be converted. Remember, you only need to select your desired alternative format for each class once per semester. After you have done this, you can navigate to the Alternative Formats section of your portal whenever you like, from any page, by selecting Alternative Formats on the lower left-hand side. Part 3. Requesting your book from the Bookstore list. The list of required and selectable books from the Bookstore is found under the section titled Request Alternative Formats for the Semester. This example lists summer 2021. The list found here has 7 columns: SBJ, CRS, SEC, book title, author, tags, and select. Note, if your textbook or textbooks cannot be found in this list, do not worry. You can submit the information for books not available through the Bookstore list through the Additional Book or Reading Materials section, which is explained later in this tutorial. To go to this section or other specific sections of this tutorial right now, please navigate using the links in the video description below. Once you have located the Bookstore list, navigate to the 7th column for each book you are requesting in an alternative format, and press Select. This activates the request for each book and lets us know that you will need conversion. Please note that we will not be able to fulfill your request until you have uploaded a receipt. How to upload your receipt is explained later in this video. After you press Select in the status column, the request will be listed under the List Books Currently Being Processed for Semester section towards the top of the page. This section has similar columns to the Bookstore list, with the addition of listing your preferred alternative format, if you previously specified this in your profile. The RCPT or receipt column, which notes whether or not you have submitted your receipt for that request, and the status column, which lets you know if your request is processing and allows you to easily upload a document if the request is for a separate course material. Please note that the Upload Document button found in the status column of your request is not intended for receipts. Receipts should be uploaded under the Upload Book Receipt section in the middle of the Alternative Formats page. If we are waiting on your receipt, have completed a request, or need any other additional information, we will send you an email via the MyBMAC system. These emails are available in your MyBMAC portal or directly in your Student Outlook account. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, please contact the AIM Center via email at aimc@csulb.edu. That's aimc@csulb.edu, or via phone at 562-985-1663. That's 562-985-1663, and we will be happy to assist you. Please note, the AIM Center uses a SharePoint cloud system to deliver completed materials for some formats. If this applies to your alternative format, further instructions on how to access these materials will be sent in a separate email once your alternative format request is complete. Part 4. Requesting additional reading materials or textbooks. Please note, this request is for additional course materials, such as beach board readings or research journal articles. If you are requesting alternative formats for a textbook, you only need to use this form if your book is not listed from the Bookstore selection list towards the top of the page. From the main alternative formats page in your MyBMAC student portal, navigate to the Additional Book or Reading Materials section form to submit a custom request. Each reading material will need a separate request. Select the class for the reading material, and enter the title for the reading. The following sections are optional fields: ISBN, publisher, author, and edition. If these fields are not relevant to your reading material request, you can skip them. In the Notes section, please include any important information relating to your additional reading material request. You can include the due date or include a link to the material if applicable. Select Submit Request to finalize the request. If you would like to upload a document file as an additional reading material, please keep watching. After submitting your request, you will be prompted to a new page. Enter the document title, choose your file to upload, and enter the due date for the material. Please note, only one file can be uploaded per request. Each additional reading will require a separate request. Refer to the upload instructions for upload sizes and a list of accepted file formats. Include any important notes relating to the request or reading material. After you are finished filling out the fields, select Upload Document to finalize your reading material request. MyBMAC accepts a wide variety of file types and sizes. You will likely not run into any issues when submitting your documents. Part 5. How to upload receipts. On the Alternative Formats page, navigate to the Upload Book Receipt section on the lower portion of the page. Within this section, there are two columns. The File Information column on the left is where you will be uploading your receipts, while the Uploaded Receipts column on the right is where you will see all the receipts you have previously uploaded. In the subsection titled File Information, the term or semester information is noted right before the Choose File button. Press the button to select the receipt that you wish to upload. A note about receipts. If you do not have access to a digital version of any receipts, we request the cleanest image of the receipt possible so that publishers can easily verify your purchase. If you do not have access to a scanner, please download and use the Adobe Scan app linked in the video description below to your Android or iOS device to get a clean image. Any other comparable scanning app should also work. Please keep the physical receipt as flat to the surface as possible if scanning using your mobile device. In general, we ask that you avoid submitting image files taken directly with your cell phone or mobile device camera if possible. Once the receipt has been chosen for upload, proceed to the Select Course/Courses the receipt is for portion and check the appropriate course or courses for the receipt. The last portion of the column is Note, where you may type any additional information that you feel we should know about the receipt and/or course. Following the Note portion is the Upload Receipt button. Press the button once you have again verified that the chosen receipt is correct and corresponds to the course or courses selected, and repeat as needed for any additional receipts. After you submit the receipt, the page will automatically refresh and confirmation will appear at the top of the page.